narrative. What does that mean? I think my target for this was to focus on exactly what I do every time I sit in front of this camera, and that is hide, cover up, conceal, portray something that I'm not in the moment. Now, we talked about this a little bit in the makeup versus no makeup video a while back, and a lot of us can identify that it is a choice to do things such as this to accentuate certain features of our face, right? And I think that we also get so caught up in the expectation to do ourselves up in order to enter the world. I remember hearing that all the time. What are you going to do with your hair? You know, you're not going to go out in public like that, are you? Things of that nature that focused on the fact that my beauty portrayed my value when out in these streets. Now, changing the beauty narrative for me is going to begin with the expectation to wear makeup, right? The expectation to have my hair in a way that doesn't look like I just rolled out of bed. The expectation to dress like a lady or make sure that I'm not wearing my comfy clothes out in these streets. And I think I'm going to end it with the misunderstanding of women's own expectations of themselves. Now, hold me accountable because I am good for rambling and forgetting everything I just said. But let's kind of begin. As you know, I am Jaysa, and this is just Jaysa, and today's video is changing the beauty narrative. I am excited because we're almost done with February, right? In our own kind of way. And in this video, we are going to really be focusing on the importance of understanding our own beauty, our own standards of beauty, and changing the narrative in a way that empowers others to do the same. So, with that being said, like I pointed out before, I will forget the things that I just pointed out, but the focus is going to be exactly that. And as always, make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, like, share, comment this video so we can come back every Saturday and feel empowered that we are actually making a difference. I am super excited to do this with you guys. Please stay tuned after the intro and let's jump into our topic. As promised, we're gonna jump right into this video. So, as you saw in the beginning of this video, I was putting on my makeup to record. Now, this is not an everyday thing. You guys can attest to that. I will come on here bags and all. But some under eye circles and exhaustion can be a little much for mama. So I decided to go ahead and show you guys kind of what I do in order to prepare to be seen on camera. Now, this doesn't mean that I feel less than, right? That's really important to focus on. Just because a woman puts on makeup does not mean that she feels any less about herself. However, there may be some cases. But speaking from my own experience, starting it was more of a trend. So I remember in school, I watched my mom go buy makeup all the time. And as a girl watching her mother, I wanted to as well. I wanted to feel the life. And the first piece of makeup she let me wear was mascara. And y'all, these eyelashes used to be popping. I ain't wearing none today. But it used to just make me feel so good about life. Like, oh my gosh, look at my eyes. They're amazing now. And in reality, before I knew how important it was to me, I wasn't worried about it. Now, fast forward to high school. Here I am now buying my own makeup, wearing full face, but still keeping it cute and classy. Okay, I envy the makeup skills I had when I was in high school because I just can't recreate it. And the point of that being is even then I had no idea what I was doing or the extent of makeup, right? I just knew, okay, the lady at the store told me to put this on and then put this on, this and this, okay? And that's how I got that more natural looking makeup set. And it worked for me, right? I enjoyed it. I was loving it. I was learning new things. And again, I didn't know how important it was until I learned that new skill. So let's fast forward to now. Now I understand why I use different pieces of makeup. As you saw, I only used two things when I was putting on my makeup today. That was my concealer and my powder. It was enough for what I'm trying to do. I don't need to do a full beat. I don't need to hide everything. I'm okay with looking, you know, makeups. I'm okay with that. But the point of it being is I was trying to conceal my under eye circles. I did not want them to be on camera. However, I'm a mom. I'm in school. I'm tired. So there is no hiding that fact, right? We're completely raw and reflective on here. We're going to be truthful. And the truth is, I just didn't want y'all to see it. I'm trying to look like a bad bitch when I come on here. That's my problem. That's my business. That is my journey to go through. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think that as women, we get caught up in explaining ourselves, explaining our reasoning for doing things that someone else may think is just not right, or we're doing it for a reason that may not make sense to them. When in reality, everyone has something different. And I know for me, I can't speak for every woman, but I know for me personally, my reasons change every day because I don't always worry about my dark circles every day. Some days you're going to see me with my eyes all puffy. Another day you may see me full face. But that's just how it is. And I think that because we are in a routine of constantly explaining ourselves, constantly explaining why we're doing something, we are always being associated with this one narrative that we're doing it because we don't feel attractive, or we are trying to fill some crazy ass void. And I think it all circles back to we don't do things to explain ourselves. We don't do things for someone else's validation. At least that's not how it starts. But as time goes on and we're constantly having to explain ourselves, we're constantly having to associate some sense of value to something that just we learned and we thought oh shit, this is a different version of myself that I absolutely love. Here we are, right? We have a narrative. And from this narrative, because most economic things are stemmed from trends, they're stemmed from things that women like to do, this is where we have societal standards. This is where we get into the ring of fighting, okay, is this my decision or was I conditioned into believing this was my decision, right? Makeup. People are always going to sell you. They're going to sell you on more and more products. Oh, if you buy this, you'll get a matte effect. Oh, but if you buy this, you get the matte with a little bit of glow. It's a tactic because we allow people to explain our reasoning. Okay, I know it's a lot, but hold with me. That is just the makeup portion, okay? So we're gonna jump to the other segments and then we're gonna tie it in on how we're gonna change this beauty narrative. Walk with me. Okay, so hair. Here we are. We're gonna jump into hair. I grew up, and I know I actually saw a post on Facebook about this. I grew up in the era where we was stepping his little feet out. Okay, had his little toe in the water. We were kind of all just watching and seeing how I was gonna go. And I remember my cousin Devin, the one that was actually on here, she was like, girl, you can do a weave. Like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. And I was so hesitant because that's not what I saw other people doing. They had their hair. They had the straight. They was doing, you know, the cute styles, silk press, blowouts, all of it. I couldn't do that because I allowed my hair to be broken off. I wasn't taking care of it. I didn't even know I had natural curls. There were so many things that were going into it because I didn't know any better. And here we are, stepping into this new era where weave is coming out, people getting sew-ins left and right, and it's changing the game. And the thing about that for me was I was just trying to figure out me, trying to feel comfortable with my hair. And as I kept going, obviously I did get into the sew-ins and things of that nature towards the end of my high school career, right? This is just high school. And by college, y'all was changing my hair left and right. Not necessarily weave, but more so just what made me, again, feel confident. Growing up is one thing when you have to rely on someone else to keep up with your style changes. And at the time growing up, my dad would pay for my hair to get done every time. Every time. Every month I would have a different style. By the time I got a little bit older and I wanted different things that were more expensive, that kind of slowed down. So here I am in college. I learned how to do my own hair. I learned how to work to pay for my new hair. And from there, I was just exploring that wonderland, but not remembering the importance of taking care of my hair. So, yes, it was growing, it was cool, it was nice. I had my length. However, the quality of hair I was trying to maintain by exploring this new beauty of life, I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't keeping up. I was missing a step. So, it brings me back to the same topic of makeup. Here we are trying to portray some image. We're trying to keep up with some trend and be like everyone else. When in reality, there are certain things that we just love about ourselves that we neglect. And I think that focusing on our hair aspect, right? Thinking about that narrative of code switching, we do that in our appearance as well. We code switch in a way that we are going into interviews with the more straighter styles that can be versatile in a sense that, yes, it may be a little ethnic, but it is still a way that we can pin it up. I can make it a nice bun. I can make it corporate appropriate. And instead, I am losing out on the beauty or the essence that is my ethnic style, right? I personally am not a big fan of weave. I can't keep up with it. I keep putting it in my cart like, okay, I'm gonna jump on the trend. It's not for me. I love my locks. I love my braids. I love my twists. That is me. I wish I would leave my hair alone and stop cutting it off because I love my curls too. But I think as a woman, we are again so associated with explaining ourselves, explaining why we don't do one thing or why we are comfortable where we are, that we get caught up in the trends and the stereotypes and the expectations, and it brings us down. Is that anyone else's fault but our own? No, it is no one's fault because, again, we should have the strength enough to say, I'm gonna stand on my own. Now, I have interviewed a lot of women, and some women are just privileged enough to grow up with the mindset of not giving a fuck. I wish I was one of them because I was not, and I'm okay with saying that. However, for the women that grew up like me, it took them years, the end of their lifetime, meaning 40s and up, to be able to say in that mindset, strongly, confidently stand on it no matter what, take me or leave me. I have come across that comment in a lot of the interviews I've done lately. And when you ask some of them, yes, they can say they've always been that way. But the majority of us have grown into the mindset of take me or leave me. And this does not just mean personality. This does not just mean attitude. It does not just mean your appearance. It's everything about you. Because you got to a point in your life where you're constantly discussing with yourself, okay, maybe I should adjust this. Maybe I should take on this. Maybe because I look this way that it's not making someone else feel comfortable. Why do we do that? Why do we go so many years in our life, 40 plus, trying to confine to some standard that made us uncomfortable? Right? Working so hard to make someone else comfortable, working so hard to fit into the box, and ultimately losing ourselves, becoming uncomfortable, trying to keep up financially with these beauty expectations, and constantly losing because that beauty standard changes, that expectation changes, the environment you put yourself in changes. It doesn't add up. So I fast forward to our attire. I mentioned in my last video, I am a tomboy at heart. I love jeans, I love sweats, I love leggings, I love pants. I'm not a dress girl. Can I pull off a dress? Yes, I can. Will I wear a dress? Yes, sometimes. But something that people don't know about me is immediately after putting on that dress. I'm ready to get out. I feel uncomfortable. I feel exposed. I just don't like it. And that's just me. Okay? That's me. I'm cool with my shirts. I'm cool with my pants. That's me. However, I have found myself putting on those dresses to appease someone else's expectation of me as a woman. I have put on those dresses to go with the baddie glow life or glow up or soft life. That's what it is. Soft life baddie or glow up. Trying to fit in those standards when in reality, I'm Jaysa. I might have on a really cute shirt and sweats. that's that's what I'm gonna do because it makes me feel good. I love the tomboy look. I love the streetwear look. That is me. But as a woman, you get caught up in again the conversations of why do you dress like that? You know you're a mom now, right? You know you're not a teenager anymore. You know you can start dressing at these or getting clothes from these stores, right? And it's not because I feel any less old. It's not because I'm not understanding I am a mom. It is not because I am trying to just poke the bear, make other people feel again uncomfortable. It's because I don't like that shit. And something that again goes into us trying to explain ourselves. Why do people feel the need to ask? Why do people feel the need to comment or make that person feel wrong for a decision they made? Just say it looks nice. That is my thing all the time. Why do you need to say anything? Just say it looks nice and move on. Just say, damn, I wish I could pull that off and move on. Just say, damn, they need to start promoting shit like that and move on. Women have to be able to be okay. And I say women because I'm not a man. Anyway, so I can't speak to a man's experience. So men, please don't feel isolated. Like this is a woman's world. It is what it is. But again, women have allowed themselves to be put in boxes and be pointed out and talked about and just made to feel small by other women. That is the trigger in all this. It is always a woman that is reminding us of the decisions we made and how they are not of some quality that was set by someone else. It's weird. So, now let's wrap it up with our mindset. I touched on it obviously as I was talking through the different subjects. However, my main premise of this is changing the narrative. My entire platform has now been built on original design. For people that don't remember or don't know, original design basically stems from removing the societal expectations and being left with your raw form. What do you like? Who are you underneath all of these societal standards that were either embedded in your life or you chose to conditionally accept into your life? Okay, that's deep, that's heavy. Hold on to that. So when you go through my journal, I also talk about this in the raw section, right? It is literally breaking down the things that you have, like I said, conditionally put in your life, such as needing a lace front, needing to have your nails done all the time, needing to wear the makeup, needing to wear the clothes that just fit, right? That fit the scenario, things of that nature. If you don't have them, cool. If they're really a choice, God, don't feel awkward. Do you? But I am speaking to the people that know what they're doing and just kind of go with it. That is what this stems from for me, right? We're changing the narrative from trying to constantly feed into this habit, right? Like I pointed out, I constantly put wigs and bundles in a cart knowing damn well it's not my flavor. I don't like putting the glue on my edges and sitting there trying to figure out how the fuck to get it off without losing my edges. That's not me. I'm not a fan of that. That is not something that makes me feel good. Cool, it may last a minute and I can look all good in it. No, but I'm also not looking to pay someone to put it in my head, take it out my head, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is not me. So I focus on that, right? How are we going to change the narrative? How are we going to change this mindset surrounded by these things that just make us a woman? When it comes to makeup, I cannot stress enough. I do it because I chose to do it. Not because I'm sitting here trying to remind you of, oh yeah, I can change it this way, I can do it this way, or because I'm going out in public, I need to step it up and always have my face beat. No. College Jaysa, yes. But as an adult, I'm learning so much and understanding the expectation I put on myself. Not sitting here trying to blame anyone, not trying to find a way to connect it to something. It is my decision. I put it on this morning because I'm tired, okay? And I want y'all to see that your girl a mama, but she still got it. Okay, that's my choice. That is my decision. Not because I said I need to put a pound of makeup on to catfish someone. Yeah, you know someone. Okay, I do my hair this way because, again, I feel comfortable in it. I feel confident. I know that I can do this myself. I can change it up. I can feel confident knowing that not only am I remaining true to my roots, right? I am also being true to the protection of my hair. I'm being true to my image. It goes with my image. How can I say I love tomboy stuff with weave down my ass? It just doesn't match up in my mind. That is me changing the narrative and saying I can still be polished. I can still be elegant. I can still be sexy. I can still be comfortable with a style that makes me feel like me, right? And lastly, we're going to go into attire. My attire. I do the same thing that I do with hair, with clothing. My clothes in my cart, y'all, I again go through, what does soft life look like? What does a glow up look like? What does a baddie look like? What do I want to look like? I talked about it to myself last night as I was playing with the cart because me and my husband got a deal. I could spend a couple of dollars on some clothes. What am I going to put in that cart? As always, I start with my same things. I'm always putting in my leggings. I'm putting in my sports bras. I'm putting in my cute tanks. That's what makes me feel good. I feel bomb diggity in that. That's me. But then I start to second guess myself. I start to contemplate whether or not I'm dressing the part. Am I dressing like a wife? Do I have any date night clothes? Am I dressing like a mom, or am I dressing like someone that, has a kid but still wants to be cute? What am I doing? How am I trying to be portrayed in this world, right? So, as I always talk about, being intentional with your decisions, being intentional with your movements, being intentional with yourself, intentionally, right? What are you doing? How do you want it to be done? What are your goals after this result is received? What do you want? And I think that we get so caught up trying to figure out what someone else expects for us, what someone else's intentions are for us. And in order to make sure that their intentions are played out, we do things to change our intentions, to make sure our path is lining with their path. Again, for some people, this topic may not be that deep. But as a woman who has experienced things and understands how deep this is, I think it's important to focus on, again, your choice to wear makeup or not is your choice. If you're doing it for someone else, maybe realign yourself. We need to figure this out because we shouldn't be giving that power. We shouldn't be doing things because we don't feel confident or we don't feel like without it we're valuable, right? Your hair, girl, if you love them lace fronts, you love them lace fronts, do you? If you love box braids, do you? If you love locks, do you? But again, stop trying to explain your standards for yourself to someone without standards or to someone with standards that do not align to yours. Your attire, if you want to feel like a baddie today, you want to be sexy, you want to wear your t-shirt and sweats, do you? That is your choice. It doesn't make you any less feminine. It doesn't make you any less attractive. It is your choice. Now, I'm not saying don't get dressed. This is my disclaimer. I know over time we get so comfortable being comfortable that we stop putting effort into things that make us feel good, right? Being comfortable feels good, but at some point we become complacent, and complacency turns into laziness. Laziness turns into lack of effort. They all mean the same thing. It's just one step further down the path, down the rabbit hole. When you reach the point of no effort, when you're not putting enough in there, at that point you've given up. Yeah, you can be lazy, but at least you still have a little bit of effort. Yeah, you can be complacent, at least you have a little bit of effort. Yes, you can be comfortable, but it takes effort to be comfortable. Okay? Again, still feed into your desires, feed into your beauty, feed into what makes you you. But don't get so stuck in trying to just give up or stop trying to just fulfill some desire that you don't focus on why you're doing it or what needs to be done in order to make yourself feel like your most original self, okay? I will finish with that. Mindset is everything. You already know, subscribe because we have more to talk about. This is February where we'll be talking about confidence building. This is video 2 in February for confidence building. It is going to be interesting. Next week's video, we're going to dive into the standards, or not standards, I'm sorry, the values of my platform, which is raw, right? Becoming raw is going to be the topic. We're going to talk about raw, reflexive, resilience, and revolutionary women. That is what we're going to focus on in our next video. Make sure you turn on your notifications because, as you know, in February I have started the awareness month, which means every Monday I'll be posting something in alignment to Black history as we gear up for our Black history discussion panel that will be featuring 2 of my prior SheEOs. I'm super excited to talk with them on the different questions and things that are going on within the world based on Black history. And obviously make sure you like and share because we are trying to reach our goal by the end of the year. Yes, I know it's only February, of 1,000 subscribers. I haven't been really doing a check the way I should, and I'm working on learning how to maneuver through YouTube, so work with me. But our goal is 1,000 subscribers, so if you like and share and comment, we're gonna reach that goal. I'm almost 100% sure. And lastly, make sure you follow our pages. I did merge all of my Instagram pages to my one, which is now Mrs._Jaysa King. That is where all of my platform stuff has been housed, but Facebook is still separated with the different platforms. So definitely make sure you go check that out. As always, I appreciate you. I look forward to you guys coming. Tori is our next SheEO because I'm skipping a week. On the 14th, our lovely Valentine's Day, she will be coming on and talking to me about her jewelry design. That's what happens when you be messing with the video, okay? Miss Tori will be on here to talk to me about that. We're going to jump into her journey. We're going to explore. I'm super excited to check that out. Make sure that you guys stay tuned to my pages because, like I was saying, that's exactly where it'll be. And that next Saturday is when we'll be jumping into the topic, Becoming Raw. I appreciate you. I am super excited for another week. I am Jaysa, and this is just Jaysa.